You're live.
Oh, the bloody video's stopped working, hasn't it? Fantastic. Anyways, welcome everyone to TFRL A-League Round 1 here at Albert Park in Melbourne, Australia. I'm James Head 14. I'll be your F1 coordinator and lead commentator here this evening. At this time I would be joined by KLC 73, who is absent at the minute. He will be joining at some point during the night. But however, you are stuck with me. But we do have two drivers with us in the party, Lightning Gasly and CSR Vulcan. Good evening.
Hi.
Oh, that's a very bad voice croak. Jesus. Goodness me. Aaron is joining now. Which is good to see. As you can tell, we don't really have the turnout that we were expecting. For round 1, there's a couple of guys pulled out late due to work commitments and personal things that's going on in their lives, and I know there's a driver getting his PS4 fixed. It's all gone tits up, basically.
Oh my god, Aaron, mate.
Oh my god, indeed. My co-commentator has joined though, and we are live. If he does want to say good evening to everyone, and hopefully he gets his mic fixed. Is he there?
Okay. Are you dead?
I think he is. Seraph has joined, I do believe, on the bottom there.
He has indeed.
Very good. 13, we need Lightning Zig in. To be honest, I will wait for him. A little bit.
I can't find it.
Oh god, yeah, I need to mute the others. Whoops. Right, I'm going to take a line of contact from Gasly again, because he is hosting us. Once again, sadly Vulcan, you are getting muted. I do apologise. And he has been muted. Right, so Seraph is in the Force India. I just want to make sure... Oh, who's joined?
Me.
Oh, you. Brilliant. Right, let's have a look. I just want to make sure everyone's in the right cars. We will wait a couple of minutes, see if Zig is hopefully coming up. Because this will saying good luck in the comment section as well. Now, one thing I want to come on to before we start is I want to ask my co-commentator a bit of a question here. You've recently been appointed talent acquisition manager at CSR. What are you looking for? What are you looking for from these drivers to join CSR? And what are you looking for in terms of the next best thing?
Well, Void, the owner, said that he wants me looking at the top 2 divisions of PSGL, ILR, and AOR. And he said if there's any people who look like they're doing well, etc., etc., then I'll tell them to message him, basically.
Very interesting indeed. My names have finally came up. We can start. We've got 16 viewers, which is, I think, a new record for TFRL. We've never had 16 viewers in our lives. We've got plenty of comments coming in. I will read through some of the comments. Montana is here. Yeah, Montana's here. Bluebear7 is here.
You need to spectate him.
Not sure who that 8XHS Web YAS guy is, but hello anyways. Leader is here.
Spectator.
I know I need to go into spectator. I'm waiting for Zig though.
I've just tried to ring him and he's not picked up.
Oh well, we'll go then. We'll go and he can join in qualifying. He's got 18 minutes to join.
Right, has he got an invite to the party then?
He does have an invite to the party. If I will be able to supply an invite if necessary. But we've got 10 seconds until the start of TFRL League. This is round 1. This is what evaluation races, this is what social races have been for leading up to this point. And we're about to get started in TFRL League. We might not have the attendance, but by God, we've got the quality and the talent here tonight. As we load in to the Albert Park circuit. 5.3 kilometres in length, 16 corners, 10 to the right and 6 to the left. And it'll be interesting to see who can adapt to the conditions tonight. And we're not sure if it's going to be a wet qualifying or a wet race. We're just about to load in now with 13 drivers. If you're wondering who CSR Vulcan is, that is Oxide Nova. And we've also got a new driver joining us, one of our reserves, Alatak here, who I will put on the line is probably one of the quickest guys here. So I'm expecting big things of him. He's Spanish. He was headhunted by myself, Gasly and Zig to come into TFRL for F1 2018, and he is here debuting in the first race of the season. So we have just started the qualifying session here. If my co-commentator is there on the mic, who are you predicting for top 3?
Top 3...
In qualifying, I may add.
Gasly, Vulcan, and Kazoo.
Interesting. Superhero here. Oh, Fidgeting Dragon is just my other account. Ah, right. I'm getting confused there, but thank you very much for tuning in anyways. Fidgeting Dragon will, of course, be part of B-League tomorrow night. He'll be driving the Toro Rosso. Montana Variable said hi. Hi, Montana. Yeah, there's a good buzz about the comment section tonight, I've got to say. And I will be there on moderation duty if needs be. But we've got the first cars coming out on track, and it's Onyx Mer in the Williams. A very, very late sign-up to TFRL A-League. He was replacing the absent Hassan, who has now become one of our reserves for A-League. Onyx has taken the full-time seat as Hassan has recently received changes in his work shift patterns. So he's obviously committed elsewhere. I will go and say a top 3. My top 3 is going to be Vulcan, Gasly, Alatak here for the top 3. I think it'll be interesting to see. We do have a lot of quick drivers here though tonight, so it is going to be interesting to see how these drivers can adapt. Serif looks like he's going on the super softs. He hasn't come out of the pit yet. But he looks like he's going on the super softs, the Portuguese driver. Let's ride on board with Onyx though and take you round a lap of the Albert Park circuit here in Melbourne, Australia. We are from a land down under, but we are, me and Aaron anyways, and the drivers out on track are men at work. Had to get that pun in. But Onyx Mer is starting this lap here, coming down into turn 1. He should reach 200 mph at the end of the braking zone. And 200 exactly as he breaks into turn 1. Just taking a bit of curb and a bit of run off, but that was a nice line through turn 1 and 2. And now on the run down towards turn 3, the right-hander. Yellow flags in sector 3. I think it might just be cars slowing up to start their laps. I do believe that indeed is the case. Onyx coming around turn 4 and 5. Looking very nice, approaching the end of the first sector. How's he looking in the first sector? 26.8. As Lightning Zig has joined the party. He'll have to mute me, because I sadly can't at the minute. Onyx Mer, though, is coming in towards the end of the middle sector. Just going through the right and the left-hander corners there. Approaching the end of the middle sector. Now it's the tricky S section coming up. And this, you've got to try and commit yourself full belt into here. And that was very nice by Onyx through there. We can see... I would expect to see drivers going off at that point. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Not quite sure who that is. But Onyx Mer is approaching the end of his lap.
Hamres is off. He's in the barrier.
Hamres off into the barrier.
360.
Let's have a look. I'll quickly ride on board with him. Oh, yeah. And that is exactly at the S section, as I've just said. Onyx Mer coming into the pits. Which is a bit chin. And he's got it stopped. Perfectly in time. Let's have a look. Bossman coming around the final corner. Let's go on board with Bossman to take in the final couple of corners. Bossman not looking quick at all. This will be his next lap that he's going on to, but he will set the benchmark of a 1:28.7, but it's an invalidated lap. Gasly, though, goes pole for now, and that is already bettered by Jompalainen with a 21.2. Gasly on the softs, which is quite interesting. He did set ILR 3 pole last night before he unfortunately bottled it, if we can put it that way. And Alatakia goes pole. just ahead of CSR Vulcan. Oh, and Weislig now goes pole, chopping and changing at the top here in Australia early on. As Weislig now goes quickest in the Red Bull with the 120.6, 120.8. Latakia, 121.1. Vulcan. Thick Rogue is coming towards the end of his lap. Not sure if you want to take in the last couple of corners while I get a thought lozenge.
Again, here comes Thick Rouge round the final corner. Doesn't look like the quickest of laps. He's kept it in medium for the ERS. And he does go 6th because it's all up to the line. Takes provisional pole.
Oh, wow.
20.2.
20.2 by Cassizzle. Very nice lap. He was behind Onyx Mer. He was in front of Onyx Mer when Onyx Mer was on his lap. Lightning Zig has joined, which is good to see. So we're up to 14 drivers now. As you can probably appreciate, I do have a throat lozenge in my mouth. My voice is still not at 100%. So if you do hear me coughing, or he was both coughing, I know we both probably haven't been well. If you do hear that, then we do apologise. But we've got 20 viewers currently. Sorry, we've got 14 viewers on the thingy. Expected lap times around mid-19s. I would say so, yeah. Vulcan 20.1. Apparently did set a 20.2 lap time, I think it was. In thingy. Oh, yellow flag sector 2. That was Berra, I think. He's run out of fuel. Just after the S section.
I'd just like to let you know that I had
is
no
on for an
DRS.
improvement.
You've got no DRS?
I had no DRS.
And you've done a 22.3 on softs?
Here comes the Williams driver. And it is 6th.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to mute my mic. I want to get this coffin fit out of the way.
Meanwhile, Onyx Mer has just started the lap as he comes through turn 1. Keeping it within the track limits this time. DRS wide open again as he comes through the end of the second DRS straight. Third gear through turn 3. Now coming up towards turn 4 and the deadly turn 5. Wants to avoid the curb, which he doesn't run wide either. And his first sector split was a 26.7. 3/10 off provisional poles, first sector. So not the quickest of laps from Onyx Mer.
Ooh, just rubbed against the wall there, on the right hand side.
Yeah, heard the tyre squeak, that was very loud.
48.5, I think I count that as in the middle sector. There is a car going slow in sector 3, just ahead of him. It was a Haas, so I'm guessing that was Vulcan getting out of the way. No, sorry, Variable getting out of the way. He was just behind him in position. Coming towards the end of the final sector and to the end of the lap now for Onyx Mer. He's on the Ultras, about 10 seconds from the second to last corner I counted as Onyx Mer comes across the line. This is going to be about a 21, I think. 20.7 actually, goes third ahead of Latakia.
Good lap, this time Vulcan on the Ultra Softs, he's about to start his lap. Of course, his 21.1 was on the Super Softs.
Yellow flag, sector 1. Who is that?
That's for Seraph, going slow.
Yep, Seraph going slow. He's in 5th gear as well, so I think he's just short shifting. He'll coming back into the pits, Portuguese driver. Let's have a look. Cassizzle's pedals are playing up and not going 100% apparently. And there's 21.9.
Ahead of Gasly.
Not too bad at all. I've had a couple of complaints, I know from Gasly on the mic and from from that we might have a DRS glitch in the lobby. Not sure if that is the case with anyone. I'll have a look on board with. I'm on board with Bossman at the minute. I'll have a look. He's approaching the second DRS point around the track. Let's have a look. He's running out of VRS as well, I've got to say, on his lap. Bossman. Yep, his DRS is going to be open, I think. Oh, actually, no, it's not. He's spun. He's gone off into the grass. Getting a kick of oversteer, and there's a moth flying around my face. Absolutely fantastic.
Vulcan up to the line. Might go Paul.
Oh, 19.7, there we go. That is the sort of standard we'll be expecting from the top guys in A-League this season. Kazizel's second. I'm quite shocked, if I've got to be honest. I'm really quite shocked. I would have expected them to be around mid-pack in qualifying and come through in the race. As Gazzy's just gone 6th with a 21 flat. That's on the set of Super Softs. So if he can improve similar to Vulcan on his lap, Vulcan being Oxide Nova, of course. Gasly is was a 10th quicker than Vulcan on his Super Soft lap. So if Gasly can actually get a lap together, he could go, theoretically, a 19.6 and go pole. Which is quite interesting.
Could be possible.
Oh, actually,
Gasly.
nope, that's not the case. He's just retired. Absolutely brilliant. Thick Rogue's just about to start a lap, I think. Let's have a look through the rest of the field. Vulcan currently on pole. From Kazizel, Weislake, Onyx Mir, Alatakia, Gasly, Jompalainen. He's just coming back in the pits. Thick Rogue, Seraph, Berra, Hamres, Boastman, who finally did get a lap in, a 30.5, and Variable, who is yet to make his TFRL F1 2018 debut. There's Lightning Gasly's cars off in the middle sector. Boastman around the final corner. Oh, getting caught in the grass. He's putting a lap together. This is going to be around a 20.5. Nice lap by Boastman, goes third. Ahead of Weislake and Onyx. What's the comment section saying? If we have a little bit of a break. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. That's a Williams going slow. I think that was Onyx Mir. Yeah, he's on that lap.
Because this is all with the fastest first sector.
James, do you want me to keep up to date with the comments?
Yes, you can do. Oh, Bank Job has joined us. Bank Job being the Lightning Esports Academy driver. He has joined us in the comment section. Fantastic to see him, and he'll be competing tomorrow in B-League. Our first ever driver from an esports team to compete in our slower league. TFRL making history as always. Might not have to be attendance tonight, but we've certainly got the quality as seen by these times.
I think Kazizel might
Oh,
go
Kazizel's
professional
improving.
pole.
Oh my
17
goodness.
thousandths.
19.7, just caught the end of his lap there. I do apologise to the viewers who might have been wanting some action. I was just, well, scrolling through everyone, but Kazizel putting it to Vulcan. 19.7s from both of them. 1700 separating the top two spots. Are you banking on anybody going quicker, like a 19 sort of pace? And if so, who will that person be? Or persons be?
Well, of course, Vulcan and Kazizel, both with 19.7s, both could probably improve. Seraph is on a lap. I'm just going to quickly check his first sector. 26.5, quite a bit.
26.5, did you say?
Yeah, on the race director it said that.
Oh, I had a 27.8 on my screen. Brilliant.
With Gasly retired, I don't really see anyone else going all apart from Vulcan and Kazizel.
Seraph's on it, I think. Seraph's on one. Beautiful line taken through the S section. He's now approaching the end of the middle sector. Oh, actually, he might have invalidated because he's just backed off.
Yeah, he did.
Ah, that's a shame. Really, real shame. Looked like he really got the nice run off the corner, though. That's the thing. I think he only had 2 wheels over, so that might be
Oh, Onyx Mir lost it at the left-right chicane.
Oh yeah, he's got a Haas just approaching him. I think that's Variable on a lap.
That was Vulcan.
No, that's Vulcan. Variable is on a lap though. He is putting it together. Looks like he might be running default setup. I think this is Variable's actually actual first taste of the game, so it is going to be quite interesting to see how. I've put my reputation on the line by putting them in A-League, if I've got to be honest. And Variable yet to set the lap. I want to see him quicker than Hamres at least in this session, and then we can take his progression from there. But at the minute, I don't think he's going anywhere near Hamres. Around the final corner, he's coming in the pits. With 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
It's on a good lap.
He is all just one wide.
Half a second up at the moment.
Reaching 200 mile an hour under the braking point there. Very nice line. He is attacking this lap. He could be running out of fuel, but Al-Attiyah is attacking this lap as he reaches the final DRS point in the final corner here at the 16 corner Albert Park circuit. Al-Attiyah, I think this is going to be a 19 from him, is it? It is, it's a 19.8. Oh, and he ran out of ERS at the end. He ran out of ERS at the end of the lap. And if he didn't run out of ERS, then I think he might have been in the 19.7s. What were you going to say? Sorry, Gasly. Oh yeah, Hammer's up to P7. Good spot. I didn't see that. 20.9. Just behind Onyx Mur. Hammer's, of course, going to be competing in AOR F6 on Sunday evenings. And I know my co-commentator is KCL73 here tonight. And he is commentating on AOR F5. So I just want to say congratulations to my co-commentator on getting that job. I think you were commentating F4 last season, if I recall.
Yeah.
Still, it's a good job though. AOR. I may be an AOR commentator in the future. You never know. Anyways, I think Thick Rogue's on a lap. And he's on supers, and he is improving.
Quick message from the bank job saying he can't race tomorrow.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, Thick Rogue!
On the super softs.
Thick Rogue, 20.4. Oh, he hasn't got enough time to get round front of the lap. That is so unfortunate. If he put that together on Ultras, I think we could have been seeing him on pole. If I've got to be honest. Interesting to see. Bossman, I think, is on a lap. Yep, he's going to get in the 20s. 20.3, goes ahead of Thick Rogue. So Ferrari, second row look at it in the minute with Al-Attiyah and Bossman.
Just to let you know, Vulcan's still in the pits.
He is, he'll be coming out now though. He's leaving it very, very late, I've got to say. I think that is him coming out. Oh, and he's left it with about 2 seconds to spare. He's only got about a 2 to 4 second buffer. Be interesting to see. Al-Attiyah has just came in the pits as well, so that's his qualifying finished. Thick Rogue has run out of fuel, I think, down the straight. Wiseleg is just about to start a lap. Onyx is just on a lap. Jon Palainen's just about to... I think he's on a lap. No, he's not. Who's on a lap? Can anybody see who's on a lap?
Offside's just completely cut the corner. Just to get another lap in.
Onyx Mur, Jon Palainen,
Bossman's at the final 2 corners. And he's 200ths down in the middle sector as Hammer's retires from the session. He feels P8 might be enough. Bossman is coming across the line now. I think he's finding time in this final sector. Oh, and he goes quicker with a 20.1, but it's an invalidated lap. And he retires from the session. Zizzle retires out of 2nd place. No Al-Attiyah, of course. Who's ahead on track? Onyx Mur is ahead. Oh,
frame drop.
Frame drop. Anybody else experiencing that?
Yeah, I did.
That's a huge frame drop. Onyx Mur coming across the line, it's not going to be enough.
Variables on a lap. He's on a final.
Variable and Seraph round the final corner. Seraph looking to improve.
Oh.
Oh, 20.3. And the frame rate has subsided. Wisely coming across the line, goes 4th, 19.9. Very late show from Wisely to go 4th. Nice lap, splits the 2 Ferraris, Al-Attiyah and Bossman. So that Ferrari front row has completely gone. How's Vulcan getting on his lap?
I'll come through the 2nd sector split. I still have that frame rate issue at the moment.
Oh, he is on it. You've got a frame rate issue? It's fine on my end.
He has invalidated.
Yeah.
He's invalidated. I want to see what this lap time is though. He's still continuing round. He doesn't want to disappoint the fans. A little bit of lag, I think, there. My end. Which isn't great. So Vulcan's been handed a little bit of something to worry about, I think, because this little second, Vulcan is coming across the line now, and he's running out of fuel. Comes across the line, he will be on pole though, and your TFRL A-League lineup and standings for qualifying are as follows. As we wait for players to ready up. Please do this very, very soon. We're waiting for Bossman. There we go. CSR Vulcan, Oxide Nova, on pole, looking to reclaim what was lost last season in A-League from Montana. Kazizzle second. Alataki running off the top three. 10th and a half, pretty much separating the top three. Wiseleague and Bossman running off the top five. Seraph and Thick Rogue 6th and 7th. 7th, 10th separating the top 7. Then it's Onyx Mer, Hammer's, Lightning Casty running off the top 10. Yompalainen, Berra, Variable, and Lightning Zig, who joined us a little bit late, but he is welcome, of course. Completing the lineup. 14 drivers here for TFRL A-League. Anything going on in the comments section? Let's have a check. I can't do my race tomorrow. I'm with my father until Sunday. First race will be next Saturday for me. I thought I told you on Twitter. Do you know what? I've probably forgot, if I've got to be honest. I've probably forgot. I've been caught up in so many things this week, including starting uni again. I've been caught up in so many things, so I do apologise about that. Matt32575 has said, hello guys. Hello Matt. It's a shame that you're not racing, because I think you would be well up there in the A-League order tonight. Onyx Mo wasn't happy with his lap. I still think it was a good lap though, Onyx, so just learn from that into Bahrain next week and you should be fine. As we start the formation lap, and it is very cloudy. Very cloudy.
Someone said in the chat that it was dry for both. I think it was because
Cecil said in the chat. Where was this? Cecil said in the chat. I can't see his comment for some reason. Might have been in the PSN chat. I don't know. But
yeah, PSN chat as well.
Ah, right, okay. That's why I didn't see it then. Top 3. Who we were expecting to be top 3? Who we were expecting to win the inaugural race of Season 2 of TFRL A-League?
Well, Thick Rouge has a good strategy on the Super Soft, Lightning Gasly as well. But Vulcan, he can't really lose it from here, so I think it's going to be Vulcan, Kazizzle, and Thick Rouge.
Quite interesting. Thick Rogue, of course, on the Super Softs, as you say. Just to pick up on that, Gasly, Yompaline and Berra, the 2 Renaults, Variable and Zig, all on the Super Soft compound tyres along with Thick Rogue. And it will be interesting to see, as I've just looked out my window and it's fucking dark outside. My god. Kazizzle is slowing everyone up.
Oh, there's been a crash.
There's been a huge crash. I think Vulcan was going too slow. He literally stopped on track. My top 3. If Zig gets a move on, that'll be much appreciated. We want to get this race started today, not Christmas time. But my top 3, I am going to go Vulcan, Boastman, Seraph. Just have a feeling something might happen to Kazizzle and Wiseleague. If you do want to put your top 3 in the comment section, feel free to do so. I will probably pick up on that as soon as we get no action out on track. I'm bored of things to say. But I think I might let my co-commentator take this start.
Okay.
No pressure.
For lineup.
Oh, you're lagging actually.
Shit. You do it.
Yeah. Don't want to risk anything. 5 red lights. The light sequence is now on. The TFRL A-League Season 2 is about to begin here in Australia, and it's lights out, and away we go. Kazizzle gets the from the line, and he's coming on CSR Vulcan up the inside, and Kazizzle's got the lead into turn 1. Kazizzle gets the lead into turn 1. Al-Attaqi has got off track in the background, and the Ferrari is in whole amount of position. Little bit of contact. Oh, and the Williams has ran that slick rogue. And Jon Polainen's been called up in that as well. Both of them are out early. Al-Attaqi just had a little moment. Bit of a Constantina effect. There was nothing that could have been done about that. But Kazizzle gets the jump from the lead of the race. 8/10 the gap. Vulcan second, Boastman in third. Wiselig fourth, Onyx Mer running off the top 5 as Gasly looks to get past Onyx Mer down the inside on the super softs. Forced him off track a little bit, but he keeps the position on Onyx Mer. Now Seraph is right on the back. And there's a bit of scrumping and scrummaging in the background. Zig, I think, has just forced off Berra in the background. In fact, it might have been variable. I will have a check of that later on. But Gasly is trying. He's just getting a position because they weren't side by side on my screen. Very, very strange. As they come out the final corner to end lap 1, Kazizzle leads the way with a 6/10 of a second gap from Vulcan in second. Boastman running well in third. Then it's Wiselig, Onyx Mer, Lightning Gasly, Seraph coming to try and get Gasly into turn 1. Didn't quite pull it off. He's got to wait for DRS, I think, to try and get an overtake done. Hammer's in 8th, Al-Attaqi down in 9th, Zig up to 10th, Variables 11th, and Berra in the pits for a new front wing. And soft tyres by the looks. It is soft tyres for him. Was Boastman lagging there? Are you on board with third? Yeah, Boastman is lagging a little bit, I think. I don't think it's anything to be concerned about at the minute. See, I think my iPad's on airplane mode. Yes, it is. It's not my end. Certainly, I think it might just be the servers, to be honest. Wiselig trying to close. Oh, Boastman just scraping the wall on the far right of the corner. Let's have a look at the battle for the lead, though, because Kazizzle is now under all sorts of pressure from Vulcan. But Boastman and Wiselig close in behind. Then a little bit of a gap to Onyx Mer and Lightning Gasly. So that little group is now formed as Zig looks for a move on Al-Attaqi. Not quite pulling it off. I think he might have some wing damage. Might be. Oh yeah, right side end plate. I think he's got damage. As Lightning Zig currently running in the last points scoring position, while Wiselig goes fastest with 24.5. And now DRS enabled. Is Vulcan going to look for a move at Kazizzle into turn 3? Let's have a look. It's not. Oh, it's not enabled this lap. I do apologise. Vulcan wasn't trying anything there, but Kazizzle is beginning to hold up a bit of a group. Vulcan, Boastman, and Wiselig, who are now all within about 1.5 seconds of each other. Onyx Mer, running 5th, is holding up another little group of Lightning Gasly and Seraph. Hamrez, Al-Attaqi, Lightning Zig. As we've got a change in position, Onyx Mer losing out to Lightning Gasly there. And I think that was Wiselig trying to move on Boastman in the background. It was Wiselig trying to move for Boastman in the background. But we've got a 3-way battle for the lead. Kazizzle, Vulcan and Boastman trying to get past. Kazizzle's tyres are gone. Nice. Oh, I thought he was going to spin there. Goodness me, it costs Vulcan 2nd place and Boastman's looking for the lead of the race. How on earth has that changed? Got to watch out for the hitbox. 4 cars within about 1 second of each other. This is what A-League was made for. As Boastman looks for a move around the outside of the 2nd to last corner. He's got to try a switchback. Kazizzle has lost the lead of the race. And Boastman goes up to P1. Kazizzle's beginning to hold everyone up. Those tyres are looking absolutely shot with 4 laps gone as Vulcan tries for a move into turn 1. Wiselig looking to pick up the pieces as well as Kazizzle just gets a little tap from Vulcan. Nothing could have been done there. 3 wide down into turn 3. Wiselig, Gasly and Kazizzle. This could end in absolute tragedy for one of them, but they've all kept it clean, and that is great racing from the whole lot of them. Boastman now out in the lead of the race by 1.5 seconds. Vulcan, Wiselig, Gasly, Onyx Mer in the pit. I think he might have spun out on track as Gasly goes up the inside of Wiselig now. At the end of the first sector split, and Gasly's got the inside move done, and Gasly's up to 3rd place, and Seraph and Kazizzle are changing positions in the background. This is absolutely unbelievable stuff. as I think Hamres might have spun in the background. He has. He's lost his right side end plate. Oh, and speaking of spinning, Alataki is off. Alataki are off as well. And he's left the session in a point-scoring position. That is not what I like to see. Oh dear. Chaotic start of the race. And Lightning Zig just passes Hamres for 8th place as well there. As Postman is getting close by Vulcan for the lead of the race. Things have just quietened down just for the moment, but I highly suspect that it is going to pick up once again. I think into turn 1. Vulcan trying to look for a move on Postman. Postman getting the run through the corner though, because Zizzle and Hamres are in the pits. I think they might have had front wing damage. Postman just getting a little bit wayward. Can Vulcan try and move into turn 3? Let's have a look. He's going around the outside. This is going to be very bold if he tries to do this. Didn't quite pull it off. And we've got Gasly, Wiselig and Seraph in the background battling as well. As Vulcan now within 2/10 of Postman for the lead of the race. Gasly in 3rd on the Super Soft. He has gained, I think, the most positions out of everyone from the start. Him, Variable and Lightning Gasly. As Vulcan, trying to force Postman into a better mistake, and Postman nearly forced him into the wall. Has Vulcan got damage on the right side end plate? Let's have a look. I can't quite see. But he is looking for the move for the lead of the race, and Postman now up the inside. Nothing can be done about that. Vulcan now in the lead of the race. Gasly up to 2nd as well. What on earth's happened to Postman? What on earth has happened to Postman? I think the Ultras are just simply wearing off around this track for some of these drivers. And Postman has taken a late decision and he's coming in the pits. His tyres were definitely going the graining. Not so much on the front, but definitely the rears will be getting affected. As the battles for the lead are non-stop. Gasly's right on the back of Vulcan once again. No love lost between these two. CSR against Lightning. The two esports teams, the primary esports teams that we've got tonight. We are missing the Thrive guys, of course. Button and Stocky. And Vulcan just getting caught on the curb. Just nearly flung off the curb there. As Gasly tries to hunt down the Sauber driver. I'm going to go for a drink. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. If you can take over, that'll be much appreciated.
Right, okay, as you can see, the battle for the lead, Vulcan and Gasly Wisely sitting in 1.5 seconds behind, as Onyx Mert is right behind Borsma for 7th position. Don't think there's going to be any moves there until the long straight. Seraph is sticking with Wisely. Of course, Gasly on the super soft tyres, going for the better strategy, and he could probably win this race. Borsman, he came out the pits ahead of Onyx Mert and Kazizzle, who also made a stop, but now picks up a 3-second time penalty, as Gasly is sticking within half a second of Vulcan. A small lock up there. Coming through the penultimate corner, Vulcan stays out on those ultra softs, Wisely stays out as well. Seraph comes into the pits though to cover off Borsman, who hit the lap before. We have yellow flags for Kazizzle, who has crashed at the left-right chicane. Now going to be interesting to see where Seraph can rejoin compared to Borsman, who's on a 2-stop strategy. Lightning Zig up into 5th, up 9 positions along with Variable. But Kazizzle did crash at the left-right chicane. He's put it straight into the barrier. And Seraph comes out behind Onyx Mert and Borsman. As now we go back up front. Vulcan and Gasly right on the back of the Haas driver. Gasly in the Alfa Romeo Sauber. Can't go for a move yet. Currently a 1-4 for Haas at the moment. So 37 points up for grabs for the Haas boys at the moment. As Gasly within a 1/10 of a second, he's going to get the DRS. He cuts the corner a little bit. And James has returned.
I have returned indeed. I've got a whole host of things to keep me going. And Gasly is 3/10 off. What happened to Kazizzle, by the way? He's at the race.
He crashed at the left-right chicane.
Very much. Quickly going to jump on board with Berra and Hamres. 9th and 10th. Hamres trying to go for a move around the outside of Berra. Not quite pulling it off, I think. Let's go forward with Gasly, and he's closing up into turn 1. Trying to go for a bit of a juking move to try and force Vulcan into a bit of a mistake, and it could have worked because Gasly is right on the back of him down into turn 3. Gasly going around the outside, Vulcan will close the door. He's outbroken himself, and Gasly's through in the lead of the race. It could be the costly error that cost Vulcan the 25 points here tonight. Bossman just getting the fastest lap of the race, so he'll get an extra point for that. Of course, pole position to Vulcan, he will get 2 extra points, and 1 extra point, of course, for the fastest lap of the race. So it is not all doom and gloom for some of the drivers further down the field. Dear me. Right. There's been a little bit of break in the action. I'm going to have a nice lolly. Absolutely brilliant. Things that are needed to keep this going. Yeah, Vulcan's tyres are gone. He's got to go in 1.2 seconds. He's just losing that. If he goes for another lap, he could be vulnerable from Wiselig and behind. 2.4 seconds off. In the meantime, we'll see what Vulcan does and see if he does come into the pits. And indeed he does. Vulcan is in. Wiselig. Oh, I thought Wiselig was going to make a late dive into the pits there. But I think he's on the ultras, so he's trying to make them go as far as possible, as I'm just having a look at the tyre strategies. For you guys, Variable's up in the third, but hasn't pitted.
Bossman ahead of Vulcan.
Oh! Oh no. Yeah, Bossman ahead of Vulcan. Onyx, I think, is going to be out ahead of him as well. He is. By about a second. Maybe not even a second. Seraph right in behind as well. Hamres. Berra just lost a little bit of time on Hamres. I was going to come to that battle, and I'm currently on board with Berra to see how he is getting on. Let's have a look at the interval timings actually. Let's have a look at the leaders. 23.7 seconds is the gap between Gasly and Vulcan. If I make my calculations right, Gasly will be out in front in the lead of the race, because I think a pit stop around here is 22 seconds.
Yeah, I do agree.
I'm pretty sure it is. Alataki's AI is running down in 11th place, for those who might be a fan of him. As I try and fix my telemetry. There we go. Let's make Gasly not pitting. He's on the super softs. He could be trying to last a one-stop goal. Trying to make a one-stop goal here. I would think as Wiselig in from second. Wiselig is in from second.
He's going to rejoin behind Seraph.
Yeah, Berra and Hamres just changing positions in the background there. Berra up to 9th. I think Hamres might have just made a little bit of a mistake. If I start munching into my ice lolly, as you can tell, I'm going to mute my mic.
Inside at turn 1. Pushes Onyx on the grass a little bit, but looked like a decent move.
Yeah,
Vulcan up in the 5th.
Just caught the end of that. Looked like it was a very nice move indeed, as my co-commentators alluded to, and Seraph's right on the back as well of Onyx Mer. I'm trying to commentate and keep a nice swallow in my mouth. It's not great. Things you have to do for commentary. It's one of them fruity split lollies as well.
Seraph will get past Onyx Mer on the next DRS straight, I would imagine.
Yep, closing them in down even before. God, oh, Vulcan's got a 3-second time penalty. Advantage Gasly in this race. Gasly was at this point in ILR last night, and for those that might have been watching ILR ILR 3 last night, I certainly was. He bottled it. I really hope he doesn't bottle tonight. As Lightning Zig is in to the pits. That's Small Guy 2001, for those better known in the TFRL world. He is pitting for the soft compound tyre, and he is going to come out, I think, ahead of Wiselig here, behind Wiselig here. Seraph just pushing Onyx Mer off on the track there. Oh, no, Onyx Mer spun! Oh, I think now what? Yeah, that wasn't a hitbox or anything, that was just his own fault. That was his own spin. Costly mistake. Speaking of costly, Variable's running around on 10-lap old softs, and Boastman...
Cameras. Carry on, James.
Sorry, I was just alluding to the fact, Boastman is on fresher tyres compared to Gasly. He's in the lead of the race. We might have to pit again.
Also has a 3-second penalty. That was when you went, and he's on a 2-stop strategy.
Yeah, so you'll have to pit ultras then, and probably go fastest lap. At the end of the race, Variable I think should pit. Lightning Gas is still going round as we start lap 12 here in Australia. I was about to say in Barcelona for some reason there. I don't know why Barcelona came to my mind. We do have a battle though, Hamres and Berra for 9th and 10th. Berra right on the back, look how far he's caught. He's going on the outside of the S section. Oh, what a move! What?
Oh, on the grass.
Yeah.
Oh, contact. That was very close.
I'm getting told to shut my door because I'm that loud. Berra goes up the inside of Hamres and he pulls it off. Has he? Yes, he has. Berra, I've got to say that was a beautiful, beautiful piece of driving by Berra to get that move done. I thought it was going to be like Matthias and Variable around Malaysia of last season. Nearly a carbon copy repeat. Onyx Merc gets a 5-second stop go in the pit lane. And it's going to be down, sadly, in the slim pickings of last place. We'll keep on board with Berra and Hamres, who I think has just made a little mistake. He has. Hamres' tyres may be going 7 laps. If he hasn't managed the tyre strategy properly, and he's locking up into corners and running wide. Of course, Hamres running no assists, and he is in F6 of AOR this season. We do wish him a very big... well, we congratulate him and wish him the best of luck for the season ahead. I know AOR starts on Sunday, and as I alluded to earlier on, my co-commentator will be commentating on F5. Is that getting streamed live, by the way?
Yeah, it is, but not by me. By the other commentator.
Terrible. You should be streaming and commentating by yourself over that. Hammer's 3-second time penalty. Oh, and losing the back end. On the S section. Right, we've got hardly any action on track, so I'm going to check the comments. And eat a bit of my ice lolly.
Only Lightning Gasly is yet to pit. At the moment, he will come out.
He's going to be coming out. He's going to be coming out behind Wiselig. Oh, Hamles is out. What's happened there? Oh, VSE's out. We've got the virtual safety car for the first time in the race, and we're about halfway through. Hamres, I think, might have crashed. Oh, there he is. That's corner. That is a weird, weird place to crash.
This could aid Gasly though, if it stays out for a bit longer.
It is, he's just got to maintain that on the threshold of 0-0. Of course, he can speed up, and he has gained a lot of time. Is he going to take advantage of going in the pits? And he is. He is. He gets a drive-through for speeding on the safety car. Oh, if things couldn't go wrong for Gasly, they just have. And they normally do come in threes for him. I really hope it doesn't. He's going to be coming out. He served his drive-through. He served his drive-through. There goes Bossman through. Vulcan, he's just going to come out ahead of Vulcan. This has messed him up so much. Yeah. Gasly, I think, has just got to try and pick up slim pickings points. I think he'll be out ahead of Berra, who will have to pit again on those softs.
Potentially, I think he came in on lap 4.
Berra did. Berra came in on lap 2, I think, or lap 3. I think he's on 12 lap old soft, so that might make sense. Someone commented on one of your activities. Hassan has commented on one of my activities, apparently. Not sure if that notification came up in the top left of the screen. for anybody interested in ILR 3 on the Xbox. Just Games 95 is commentating on ILR 3. Gasly just got mugged. Yeah. Yeah, it usually goes wrong for him, and I think it has today. Gasly should pit, and he is. Gasly's going to go into the pits now. If he doesn't speed in the pit lane, he'll be fine, and he doesn't, and he gets stopped plenty of time. He should be maybe ahead of Gasly and Variable possibly here. It'll be tight though. Where's Zig? Zig, we're in the final corner now. Gasly's about to come out of the pits. He's going to be behind both of them, I think. And that is the case. He's out behind him by about 3 seconds. By about 2 seconds. Speaking of 3 seconds, 3 second time for Lethal Lightning Zig. Oh dear. Oh, coughing in the sinkhole there. Brilliant. We do have comments coming through in the comment section. Gasly needs luck to win this race. He needs more than luck. He's got the pace to win. He's going to have to bank on guys in front pitting. Boastman especially will have to pit. Seraph might have to pit. I'm not sure about anybody else. It'll be interesting to see. As my bloody ice lolly is melting in front of me. I'm going to have to eat it quick.
Gasly closing on to the back of a Variable, 6th position.
Yep, Variable's already been... Yeah, Variable's already been in the pits as well. For those of you who might be tuning in and have just joined the action, we've got Bossman in front by 3 seconds from Vulcan, Seraph, Wiselig, Zig, Variable, Gasly, Berra, Onyxmer, and Alataki is AI. We're still going round track. He'll be picking up the final point, which is good to see for the Spaniard. And straight after this race, I will be doing the standings, and the standings will be posted, I would say, around about 9:15. We want to be efficient, and the standings will be up around about between the hours of 9 and 10, I would say. If there's any footage, then obviously send it in. I don't think there's been many incidents though this race.
No, obviously there's been a few crashes here and there, but it's been quite clean to be honest.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've been expecting from the A-League drivers, and this is exactly what we want from B-League drivers tomorrow night. But we do have a battle developing on track. It's Gasly and Variable. Gasly on the back of Variable. As I try and pick up my controller without trying to meet somebody in the comment section. Gasly going up the inside of Variable. It's a late move up the inside. Just gets caught on the curb and runs Variable just a little bit off track. But I think if he didn't get on the curb, it probably would have been a lot so cleaner. And now Gasly's up to 6th place and can now continue on his way up the field. But he has got Lightning Zig in front of him. Will there possibly be team orders between these two?
Yeah, I think Zig will let Gasly through. Gasly on full that fresher tyres much quicker at the moment, so it seems logical, although they aren't teammates in the league, so you never know what could happen.
Yeah, I know. And Variable's still sticking to Gasly as well, so he's dragging, essentially Gasly is dragging along Variable, and this might bring Variable back into things for a top 5 finish, possibly. As we might have a battle for the lead developing as well. Them times are coming down. Vulcan is closing in on Bossman for the lead of the race. Bossman might chicken out now and go into the pits. I think that'll be the wisest decision if he does, because he'll be coming out around about Zig, Gasly, Variable, I would think. Bossman doesn't pit, but Vulcan is closing in on him, and it is the closest battle on track now. Because Variable, that thing of me saying Variable's being dragged along by Gasly, I think is quite untrue now, because he is losing time to Gasly. Berra's already been 15 laps on those softs. There's no way you can get those to the end, surely.
he'll be pitting for Ultras sometime soon.
Yep, he should be settling for 9th place, but of course the Ultras will be the quicker tyre at the end of the race, so it will be interesting to see. It will be interesting to see if Berra can catch Onyx Smurf for that position when he does come into the pits. And he's just gone on to lap 16 on those softs. Well, essentially it's lap 17 now. It's been on those softs. As Vulcan closing in on Bossman, this is for the lead of the race. If you're just tuning in, you haven't missed much. Well, you have, but please watch the stream back if you are. Oh, is Vulcan going for a late move on Bossman? Trying to get past quickly. Trying to get the job done. Bossman is defending very, very nicely, I've got to say. But he's got to watch out on the outside. Vulcan will try a switch back into the final corner. He's got the good run off the corner. Bossman just getting caught in the grass, but he's got enough. Down at turn 1, I think Vulcan could see an opportunity here, and he's going for it into turn 1. Vulcan down the inside, and it's job done. Up the inside, or is it? Is Bossman going to try and keep around the outside? Nope, he's through. Vulcan is through to the lead of the race. Bossman now to second. I think he should pit now, and probably come out behind the gap. The battle developing between Gasly and Zig. Has Gasly got past Zig there?
Yeah, he did, but there was no team orders. These guys are fighting each other for position.
That is good to see. I don't want to. I'm really not a fan of team orders, if I've got to be honest, in league racing. So it will be interesting to see how this progresses throughout the season. And just a reminder to everyone that might be to A-League drivers that might be out and are wanting to race next week. Next week we're in Bahrain at the same time of 7 o'clock UK time. Myself and Aaron, judging that we're all being well and we can make it, will be commentating for the rest of the season. Are you going to be commentating tomorrow for B-League as well?
Yeah, I will. And with a new mic, thankfully.
And with a new mic. Oh, lovely. Very, very nice. I could have done so well, it's a shame, because it'll comment in the comment section. He has missed out on the points. We will do a couple of driver interviews after this race. I am conscious that everyone will probably want to get on FIFA 19, me being included, for the game. I think it's absolutely, well, part of absolute you-know-what at the minute, especially career mode, when you lose bloody 4-1 to Millwall in the Carabao Cup at Sunderland. Absolutely ridiculous. Gasly picking up a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, that virtual safety car and that drive-through penalty really has bested him this race. He's probably the unluckiest driver out on the circuit. As I think we've got a battle for second developing as well. Seraph on the back of Bossman. Bossman cannot go a single another lap on those tyres, surely. 14 laps done. There's no way he's going to be going to the end. Oh, Seraph spun! Oh, it's a big, big crash! Seraph spins in the S section, getting caught on the outside of the curb. It's claimed another victim here tonight. Seraph out. I was on board with that. I was on board with that. Oh, that is a horrible, horrible moment for Seraph. So what essentially could have been a podium place for Seraph now becomes 10th place. Alataki's AI is going to be outscoring him at this point as Bossman comes into the pits.
Gasly somehow went to third now.
Gasly somehow went to third, yeah, you're right. All right, indeed. Gasly, Zig. Where is Bossman going to be coming out in this? I think he's going to be coming out behind Zig and possibly out behind Variable. Oh, and he is! Oh, no! Oh, Bossman's caught in a right line of traffic. He's on the Ultra Softs. He's got to try and save that ERS, I think, and utilise it next lap around. Well, he is already closing up the Variable. This is the closest battle on track. Berra into the pits for a set of Ultra Softs. He's done essentially 20 laps on those tyres. So Barrett now getting P8 and not P9, as what would have been if Seraph didn't crash. Bossman though right on the back of Variable. I need to get a thought lozenge. There we go. The Bossman right on the back of Variable. Here we go. I expect to see a move done, as long as nobody messes up the S section. We saw Seraph crash last lap around. And they're both through there safely, and Bossman is going to saunter around the outside. Oh, Variable. Variable? Jesus Christ. He was going so far off track there, he nearly went into the barrier on the right-hand side of the track. Ended up further to the right, he could have been out of this race. The Bossman is through to 5th place. He sets his sight on Zig, who is on the more... well, he's on the warmer tyre, Zig, on the soft tyre, but... he will be, of course, at threat from Bossman on the quicker tyre in behind. And look at the gap coming down already. Bossman has surely got to be on a podium. Got to be on for a podium here, surely. Surely. Bossman right on the back of Zig already. Look how much he's caught up. This is going to be a fastest lap, and he's going to try around the outside of turn 5, possibly. Ooh, not quite. Didn't really have the guts to. Variable picks up a 3-second time penalty in the background. Bossman should just saunter past here. Should outbrake himself. Go on the outside. Zig not giving him much room. And Bossman essentially forced his way through, and Zig is now a threat from Variable. This has all changed in the matter of a couple of corners. Variable launches it up the inside. Zig cannot defend that. He had the poor exit out of the corner just before the end of the second sector. And now Variable saunters through into 5th place. Bossman now clear of the traffic, and he's now going to set his sights on Gasly. But has he been dealt a blow with being held up in that traffic? 6.8 seconds is the gap to catch as we're about to start lap 23 of 29. And we're on lap 23 of 29 actually, and it's Vulcan who leads the way by 9.9 seconds, well, essentially 10 seconds. He does have a 3-second time penalty. Waislake in 2nd, Gasly 3rd, Bossman in 4th, already closing in on Gasly. That's Alatakia, his teammate's AI car in front of him. Variable 5th, Zig 6th, Onyx 7th, Berra 8th, and Alatakia's in 9th. What are your thoughts at the minute on this race? Who's impressed you the most?
I would say Vulcan. You know, he has a 10-second lead. He's been quite dominant. He got pole position as well. He's had a couple battles here and there. Got a bit lucky with Kassizzle crashing out, but I think that he deserves this win, despite Lightning Gasly's misfortune.
Yep, and of course that gap is still extending 1st and 2nd. Let's have a check through the penalties actually. Keep an eye on the action for me while I do this. 1 penalty for CSR Vulcan. Waislake has not got a penalty, but he's got 2 warnings. Gasly has got a penalty. Bossman has 2 penalties. Variable has 1 penalty last lap around. Penalty for Zig. Onyx Mer, stop go. Zig in the pits?
Yes, front wing damage.
Might be off the slight contact with Gasly, possibly. Not Gasly, Bossman, sorry. And there is a battle actually developing in behind, and he's going to be right in the battle, in the thick of this. Onyx Mer and Berra. Berra up the inside. Onyx is trying to defend it. Ooh, just trying to force him into the position there, and Berra gets past on the ultra softs. Onyx tried his hardest to defend on the soft compounder tyre, and he's right back at him. Is he going to try and move around the outside of turn 3? He's trying to, but Berra and Onyx Mer gets caught on the curb. Good recovery. Good recovery there, and Berra now free to, I think he'd be settling for 6th now, to be honest. Zig will be catching Onyx Mer in the meantime as well. Bossman, update on him, 5.2 seconds, 5.1, the gap is still coming down. Not at the rate of, not as we were expecting in the first 2 laps. of his ultra soft stint. He's approaching the 4th lap. He's ending the 4th lap on his ultra soft stint now. And it's 5 seconds the gap to Gasly in front. I think Berra's currently got fastest lap if I have a look. He does, 22.2, so he's getting the extra point at the minute. And he's a full 8 tenths quicker than Bossman for the extra point.
I think Zig might beat it next time round, potentially. He's on the ultra soft as well now.
Well, that's right, on board with him. Let's have a look. He's on the ultras. Yeah, he should probably be getting around the 122s, I would suspect here. Oh, do apologise for anyone that's tuning in and can hear me commentating and coughing at the same time. But Zig, let's have a look. See if he's going to set the fastest lap and try and get this extra point that everyone will probably be fighting for in A-League and B-League. This does apply, of course, to the B-League drivers as well. It's an initiative that was brought in the first season of TFRL. Not by me, but by that small guy 2001, or Lightning Zig, who we're currently on board with appropriately. And he is catching Onyx Mer. 5.2 seconds. And he could be brought into that battle soon with Berra and Onyx in front of him. Just getting caught on the grass. This is looking nice from Lightning Zig so far. And was that raindrops?
I wasn't looking. I'm looking at the race director at the moment. I don't think Zig will get the fastest lap.
Sure, I saw a couple of raindrops in the middle sector. Keep an eye on that. Zig is catching the two guys in front. Looking up into the final corner. 122.2 to beat, of course. Berra around the final corner. Lightning Zig around the final corner. I think this is going to be really close. No, 22.5. And it said no rain apparently because it's also my eyesight is definitely going. Then if that's the case. Vulcan's pulling out in front. He's about to start lap 27, so 3 laps to go for the leaders. Pretty soon. He's turned A-League into a bit of possession. It was shaping up, of course, to be a really, really great league, A-League. And it probably will be across the next 20 rounds, with drivers from Thrive Esports, Lightning and CSR, who you are a part of course, all competing in A-League. And of course our Academy Esports driver in, Lightning Esports Academy driver, Bank Job in B-League. Look forward to seeing him next Saturday. And the standings will be posted after this race. I don't think anything has changed. Zig's right on the back of Onyx Mer. Onyx Mer made a mistake. I think he might have. Zig round the outside. Oh, look at the grip on the tyres. Wow. Beautiful move. Similar to a move that he completed in France in Tough 2, sorry. Zig round the outside of Onyx. Completes the move. He's now up into P7, and Onyx is coming in the pits. Probably to go for that fastest lap.
Yeah, he wants that fastest lap, he wants that extra point.
See, I haven't actually told the drivers about these extra 2 points and 1 point for pole position and fastest lap. So every single point will count this season. Quite literally. In both A-League and B-League! Ooh, Zig makes a mistake. Goodness me. Having a right moment, having a bit of a drift through the corners there.
Just as he was catching Berra as well.
Yeah, he's got to make all that time back up. Bossman picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's made a mistake somewhere, I think, on track. Them ultra softs are definitely going off. Penultimate lap of the race though, Vulcan leading by 12.3 seconds. Who for you is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day is Gasly.
Gasly? Interesting. Do you know what? I'm going to have to agree with you on that. He's been the unluckiest driver out on circuit. Drive-through penalty cost him, what, 22 seconds? Well, less than that, about 18 seconds? 19 seconds. He will be in front, and then he had to make that pit stop. He would be... yeah, he would be winning this race. theoretically, he would be winning this race by about 3 seconds at this stage. And the penalties, of course, I think he's got 2 now, compared to Vulcan's 1. If you can check that for me, that would be great. Onyx Spurs definitely going for that lap.
Vulcan has 1 penalty.
Yeah, and he started the final lap. The Vulcan starts the final lap. CSR Academy driver, CSR Vulcan. Of course, we better know him. We know him better as Oxide Nova. And it is great to see one of TFRL's own getting the win here in A-League. He was unlucky last season. He couldn't attend most of the races last season. Hopefully that won't be the case this season. He had Montana to deal with last season. Of course, Montana, I would say, no longer with us. He's been commenting in the stream tonight, and I hope I hope he does make a very good recovery. I hope my voice can last out for the final couple of corners. Goodness me. Oh. Gasly catching wisely in the meantime, though. For second and third, 2.8 seconds. I don't think that's going to be enough. Vulcan now has only got 4 corners to go. And Onyx Spurs out.
Oh, he's crashed going for the fastest lap.
Terrible. And that's going to bring Alataki's AI into 8th place. Vulcan rounds the final corner though. 20 laps on those softs. He is going to take the inaugural victory of TFRL A-League Season 2. He wins in Australia. CSR Vulcan crosses the line in first with a highly dominant victory. And congratulations to him for winning and getting pole position. Wiselig in second. The Red Bull guys absolutely cheering him on there. Coming across the line in second. Gasly finishing in third. Bossman, if he was better on his strategy, he could have potentially got a podium, I think. Variable coming across the line in fifth. He's made 17 laps. Oh, and Berra's off! Berra's off at the S section. And that means Zig is going to be finishing 6th. Bossman finishes 4th. Variable in 5th. Bossman did have penalties, so he was very lucky to keep that position. Lightning Zig is going to come across the line in 6th place and not 7th. Like was expected. Doing a bit of drifting. He doesn't want to do that because he might not make the line. Zig crosses the line though. Oh, and his AI car recovers. And Berra is going to be finishing in 7th place. Dramatic start to the race. A dramatic middle and a dramatic end. Australia.
This game is potent.
Australia gives no bounds to the drivers tonight. And we will come on to driver interviews with a couple of the guys. Well, with 3 of the guys in the party, which will be conducted by my co-commentator. Not to put you on the spot or anything.
I actually can't do them after head off.
Oh, terrible. Absolutely. But anyways, there is the race order. CSR Vulcan wins here in A-League. From Wiselig 2nd, Gasly 3rd, Bossman 4th, Variable 5th, Zig 6th, Berra 7th. Alataki is AI. It's a good job he did go AI because he wouldn't have been getting points. He finishes 8th, Onyx Mer 9th and Seraph in 10th. Hamrez, because this little Jumperliner and Thick Rogue also raced here tonight. Don't want an interview. Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Everyone's ditching me. Oh.
Because he had to run default setup for the whole race.
Broadcasting gameplay and microphone audio because you exited block scene. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Anyways, I will say thank you to my co-commentator who has left the party, I think.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, he's still here? I will, yeah, I thank Mr. Collingwood for his co-commentary here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed his commentary, and he will be back tomorrow, of course, for B-League. You can head off now if you want. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Very welcome. Oh. As get prepared for 2 driver interviews. I was expecting 3, but we do have 2 driver interviews. I will be conducting these interviews while I'm on Grand Prix mode as well, because I'm full boy now. I'm not doing Italy. Let's start off with our race winner, CSR Vulcan. Are you here, first of all?
Yes, I am.
It turned out to be a dominant victory in the end of the day. Talk us through your race and qualifying.
Weirdly, I think we all had this. For some reason, we were a lot slower in qualifying and the race than in our practice, but our tyre wear was a lot lower as well, which was weird. Still got pole though, and yeah, it was a bit weird, bit of a weird race. The start was a bit of a pain. Kazizel like pushed me off, but I think it was just lag. Like I don't think he did it on purpose or anything like that. It was just a bit of lag, so I got pushed off a bit. That was fine. Recovered from that, and then yeah. It got a bit hilary. Boastman in turn 11 and 12 like lost it, so I had to brake, and then Gasly got through, and flipping heck, it was, yes. Well, yeah, it was alright in the end.
It was alright in the end, and you don't have Montana to worry about now, so what are your thoughts going forward into Bahrain? Do you think you can pick up another victory?
Yes.
You heard it here first. You really heard it here first. He's a bit cocky and a bit brass, if I've got to be said, but the one-word answer is very appreciative, and thank you to CSL Vulcan, of course. Oh yeah, there's 2 words. Oh dear, not great. Anyways, I'm going into Australia now. I don't want to see the grid or anything. I want to cause crashes like Ball Boy does.
Okay, the run into turn 1 is
because I back it up.
Yeah, back it up with the facts. Because I'm just a
And
bit
it's only a bit of a joke. Fingers back, what can I say?
Yeah. Oh! Oh! No.
Oh yeah, at least I didn't bottle it.
At least you did well. The game bottled it for you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Gasly, talk us through your race and qualifying.
we have to replace that front wing. Box now.
Quali, first
That looked
run,
bad.
had no
Are you
DRS.
alright? Let me know
Started
you're
my
alright.
section. Then I did a terrible lap on supers, and I thought, oh, I'll start the race on supers, so I was tired. Then I had a mint start, was up to place 6th, past Onyx Mur, then the front 4 were all battling. I overtook all of them once, and then, no, I overtook all of them, and then the VSC came out, went into the pits, and it gave me a drive through, so fuck all, and then, sorry for the language, and then, yeah, I pitted again, and then I nearly got Wiselig.
Yeah.
And that is my race.
I think I've, you might just see it on the stream, I've just messed up killing Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh, you're big.
Oh, I've actually done, oh my. Dear me. But yeah, that drive-through penalty was a bit of a, on the VSC, was a bit of a strange one, if I've got to be honest. But
Yeah.
you did get driver of the day from both of us, which is very good.
Oh, thanks.
First of all, will you be here in Bahrain next week?
No, because I have my karting event, and then I'm done for the year.
Oh. That means we won't be seeing Lightning Gasly next week. Thank you very much. And in case if... Does anybody want to add anything? How we are
Nah.
here, as I'm just doing a slow-mo of my crash with Kimi Räikkönen, losing 3 tyres. Tune in tomorrow night for B-League. We will be here, myself and Aaron will be commentating once again from 7 o'clock UK time. Get to see the slightly slower drivers who didn't make it into A-League, into A-League, not E-League, goodness me. We'll see them race. Standings will be posted very soon. And until then, thank you for watching. And goodbye.